Welcome back to JS Urban Adventures Reviews Sharp Stuff, where today I've got a $10 OZARK Trail Walmart folding handsaw. I believe it's the 9-inch. I've just spent the night camping with it, used it all night. It's a great handsaw. Here's my review. Check it out. Glad you stopped by the channel to check out the review of the OZARK Trail folding handsaw. So here's the specs for it. This is advertised at Walmart as a 9-inch folding handsaw. I searched all over the internet for it, and the only other place I could find it being sold was a website called, I think, Fish and Pond, and they had it for $28. Walmart sells this for $9.97, so I'd recommend you buy it at Walmart. Online, it's advertised as a 7-inch folding handsaw. On the packaging, it's advertised as a 9-inch folding handsaw. I've actually got a tape measure right here, and if we measure it, full length is about 8.5 inches right here. And then the length of the blade, which on Walmart's website it does say a 7-inch blade, and I've measured it. Sure enough, it is a 7-inch blade from here to here. It's got pretty good sized teeth, as you can see, alternating like a pattern, and pretty large teeth. I don't know a tooth count, and I'm not going to sit and count them. You know, like Silky tells you 210, 240 teeth. I don't know the tooth count on this, but I know it's a 7-inch. I also don't have a weight. I happen to have a scale here, and I was gonna break out my handy dandy scale that I have just for these specific situations to weigh tools. Maximum weight is only 100 grams, and this thing is over 100 grams, so it's too heavy. I can't weigh it, but it's fair. It's pretty light, you know. It's small, able to put it in your pocket. Put it in a pocket, easily fit in your pocket. Like I said, 8.5 inches when it's folded. Back pocket. It doesn't come with any sort of sheath. It has a locking mechanism here, and it's made so when it opens, it locks. Now, if you push this button while you're sawing, it'll scare you. But what I've learned is that it just goes back. If you pushed it, it just goes back, and you're gonna have a tree or something there, so it's not gonna be able to clamp down on your fingers or anything like that. But as you'll see in the demonstration after I get done telling you about it, the demonstration was recorded before what I'm recording right now, so you'll see as I'm using it on this big tree that it keeps clipping open. But yeah, I cut down definitely a bigger tree than I should have been cutting with this guy, and I'm going to show it to you guys. But it was a little loose after I got done. All I had to do was tighten this up, finger tighten. All I did was finger tighten it. I held the back one with my finger, and I finger tightened this, and it's good as new. And spent one night out camping with this thing, cut all kinds of stuff up. It's got a it's not elastomer or whatever, but it is a rubber grippy handle. Not as grippy as my Schrade knife, but it is a pretty grippy handle, and it has a lanyard hole as well. So all in all, it's really simple. $10, you know, you can't go wrong with this guy. It does what it needs to do. Gardening, small jobs, cutting down small trees and shrubbery, camping, backpacking, hiking, for cutting firewood. This thing will come in handy. It will really help on your camp out. Stay small, you know. Anything bigger than maybe 2 inches in diameter out there, you want to be processing a lot of large wood, you might want to get a Silky or something bigger than this. But for $10 at Walmart, you cannot go wrong with this guy. I'll have a link in the description where you guys can buy it. I don't get anything from that. I'm not sponsored by OZARK TRAIL. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. So yeah, this is just totally my opinion. This is the only folding handsaw I've ever had. Remember that. You know, granted, it may not be the best one, but for 10 bucks for the needs I needed it for, it was great. So now I'm gonna demonstrate on some trees in the woods. This stuff was recorded last week, and I hope you guys enjoy the demonstration. Check it out. So that's the specs for it. Now I'm gonna let you guys see it in motion. I'm gonna fell this tree with this saw. Now, I recorded the specs after doing this because I had to get on the internet to look up the specs and tell it to you guys. And right now I have no internet service because I really did just spend the night out here. I lost my shoe. Check out the video. It's Let's Go Camping episode 2. I don't know which one's going to be uploaded first, this one or that one, but you guys can see how I lost my shoe and how I got out here. But since I don't have internet right now, I'm not able to jump on YouTube and figure out how to use a saw to fell a big tree. I've watched a lot of videos and I've seen it done, but I've never watched a video specifically on how to do this. So I'm just going to try to remember what they did and try to use common sense to get this thing down. Now, they usually do 2 cuts. I want to make sure that I can see what I'm doing here. Usually do 2 cuts. They do like one going one way and one going the other way. And now I think that I want to do this one first because the weight of the tree is here. Let's just start going with this, guys. See how fast this thing cuts. I'm going to show you real quick that I've already done. I know this will go through because I did this last night and it's in that video. But this is going to take some time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. You got to be very careful not to push the button. That's the main flaw with this thing. If you push that button, it clips in, so you got to keep your hands back, which is okay because you get more leverage if you hold it farther back. How am I cutting that right here? You guys see that? Okay. I'm going to try to come from underneath. You got a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to come at it from all 4 sides. Ah, see, there it goes again, clipping. Ah, keep doing that. It folds back. It's kind of weird. Luckily, that's better than it folding in somehow and crushing your fingers. Woo! Ooh. Probably just push it over now. Uh-oh, that don't sound good. This is a $10 saw, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you should be cutting through stuff this big. Probably for smaller projects. I should be able to push this over by now. And what do we got? Timber. Woo. That's satisfying. That's really satisfying. That's a pretty big tree, guys. But it was definitely dead. All the limbs on it were dead. Whew. And it's not broken. A little flimsy after all that. I think that you could probably tighten up these. Yeah, just tighten these up and it should be alright. I'm really happy with this thing for 10 bucks. Heck yeah. Now, I'm gonna saw that one up into little pieces for splitting for my SOG axe. Been JS Urban Adventures Review Sharp Stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked watching me cut through this dead tree. Make sure you hit a thumbs up. Make sure you comment, drop me a comment what you think about the channel. Check out the Patreon, JS Urban Adventures, on Patreon, just for news on the channel, updates and stuff. You don't gotta pay to see the updates and all the stuff that I post about future videos and things like that. And yeah, hit the bell, guys. I love you. Peace.